when you play in these big finals, Laura, how important is the start, get an early touch and make something positive?
Yeah, it really is. You know, your mindset's thinking, you know, I just need to keep it simple. I need to get into the game, have a good first touch, get my good first pass off, whether it's a head or a tackle. Just make sure it's good, make sure it's positive.
Nikita Parrish trying to make some progress there, and within the first 40 seconds, Manchester City have the first corner. Izzy Christiansen, the match winner in the 2014 final, is going to deliver it. Concentration time here for Arsenal. Christensen's corner. Cleared ahead of Jill Scott at the near post. Emma Mitchell. Kim Little to pick out Beth Mead. The Scottish international Lisa Evans back to Beth Mead. Nikita Parrish trying to get back. Evans trying to get the cross in, and Arsenal have their first corner.
Yeah, that's a great reaction from Arsenal. You know, to give away a corner, you know, in the first minute is not ideal, but they defended it well. A great switch of play from Kim Little. That she's going to need to do that. She's going to need to open the game up this first 10 minutes, really test Man City. So it's a great reaction from Arsenal, just what you want.
Beth Mead, 12 goals in 15 games, still only 22. Injury forced her to withdraw from her first England call-up for the She Believes. Jordan Nobbs with the Arsenal corner. It was Beth Mead who had a swing. An Arsenal throw put out by Abby McManus. She's had big boots to fill this season in the absence of Lucy Bronze. Lisa Evans with the Arsenal throw.
It's good to see Leah Williamson back in the side. I think she's made a real good partnership with Louise Gwynn. They're both tall, athletic, very good in the air. And I think you can see, you know, they had a few injury problems, but to see them back together, I think they look comfortable. Christensen.
Beattie was quickly closed down there by Jordan Nobbs. Jennifer Beattie, another former Arsenal player, and a couple of titles in her time with the club, but Jordan Nobbs is so crucial to the way Arsenal play.
Yeah, she really is. You know, I'm glad to see her back. She looks fit, she looks healthy. She's playing in a slightly higher role where, you know, maybe Kim Little would feature, but Kim Little's going out on the left and Jordan's going higher to play closer, to give, you know, Miedemar's going to need support. She's going to need someone to bounce off to try and slide Miedemar in. So hopefully they look a good partnership. They've started well together.
Janssen. Get out by McManus, who's encouraged to carry on for Manchester City here. Just couldn't quite pick out Nikita Parrish. That was a strong challenge. Kim Little committed. She says she got the ball.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, Kim shielded the ball. She's trying to wriggle off. Man City have done well to swarm the ball, but you know, I don't think there was anything in it, to be honest. But it's an attempt for Man City to put the ball into the box and to make Arsenal defend this properly again.
I would have said you changed if you thought there's anything wrong with that tackle, by the way.
I'm a defender, so I like strong challenges.
In from Steph Wharton, drilled in at pace as well. Almost came to Nadim at her feet. Denmark international, who arrived in January from Portland.
I think she had more time than she actually realised. She had a better touch, and then, you know, it was a wonderful ball by Izzy to pick her out. She was all on her own at the back post, and she probably should have done better with something, made something more of that.
3 goals in her 9 games so far. It's the final of the Euros last year with a surprise country getting to the final of that tournament. Little. Williams to Beth Mead, early ball from her, cut out by Beattie. Kira Walsh, who plays an important role for Manchester City, just in front of that back four.
That's good pressing from Arsenal. You can hear the players shouting press. They want a high press. They want to force Man City into mistake, which they did well there.
Beth Mead. Saw one for the former Sunderland striker. So it gives Arsenal the opportunity to float this in from the free kick situation. Jordan Nobbs, who in their final victory 3 years ago got a couple of goals in the Continental Cup final. He's going to take it for Arsenal. Plenty of targets up there. Steph Horton was jumping. Kira Walsh missed it, didn't second time. Positive start from Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. I think they've looked more comfortable. I think they're putting the pressure on Man City. Man City have had to stay strong, stay compact, defend the long balls. I think Beth and Kim and Jordan are picking up the spaces in between the Man City midfield and defence. But it's just that final ball, which hopefully as the game goes on they'll look to. But
here's Nadim trying to set Nikita Paris back in. Reminder, as if Arsenal needed it, that concentration has to be maintained at all times when you're playing Manchester City.
Man City have got this knack that you think you're on top, you think you're possessing the ball well, you think you're on top and you're comfortable in the game, and then they've got this knack of getting a set piece or getting a counter attack, and they've just got players that know how to score goals, know how to stay in games, and as a team they defend so well and they're so resilient.
Comfortable for Van Veenendaal, the Dutch goalkeeper for Arsenal. Keep your comments coming on Facebook Live. Plenty so far from the United States, Peru, India, Solomon Islands. I knew Laura was big there. Argentina, Mexico and Indonesia. We'll get through a few of those in a moment, but that's a back pass from Steph Horton and away by Roebuck. Williams, another one who's won this trophy before, that quite literally serial winners all over the pitch with these two teams tonight. Jordan Nobbs. Walsh. Louise Quinn sticking closely to Nadia Nadim. Manchester City playing in their third Continental Cup final. They've won the previous two. Forward from Steph Horton.
It's great defending by Louise Quinn. She first joined the WSL. I was with her at Notts County, and you know she likes the ball in front of her. She's a really big athletic defender. She likes the ball in the air. She likes to get tight to forwards. Look, yeah, exactly that there. she likes to stop them turning, and she's really aggressive, so she'll be key tonight for Arsenal.
She might be required again here. Nikita Paris went down in the penalty area. Amy Fern, the referee, unmoved. Manchester City have got pace in that direct area. Long from Horton. Taken safely by Van Veenendaal. This is Nikita Paris.
Yeah, I think I've seen Keats go over plenty of times before, but I don't think, you know, the referee's not going to give that. She needs, but, you know, she's always a danger. She's always going to drive into the box.
Kim Little's ball was a good one. Beth Meads control just on that occasion. Let her down. Stokes, the 26-year-old with the City throw. Janssen. Van der Donk. Patient period of possession from Arsenal. Crossfield from Williamson. Little. She didn't give it up. Drilled it into Miedema. Jordan Knox might have a shooting opportunity. Mopped up by Kira Walsh.
Yeah, that was good defending. I'm not too sure what Abby McManus was doing, trying to make Kim Little like that, giving the ball away, turning it over quite cheaply. But great defending in the end by Kira, just to snuff out the danger and you know, make the Arsenal attack come to nothing.
Arsenal throw. Evans with it, now Miedema. Knox managed to get round McManus. Little. Miedema coming in. It's still in play. Manchester City haven't got it away, they have now. And then drilled back in against the crossbar from Dominic Janssen. What a strike from the Dutch international.
That's a wonderful strike from Janssen. It sits up nicely, there's no pressure, and I don't blame her. It's took the, you know, that's the first shot we've had on target after 12, 13 minutes, so I don't blame her. It was a wonderful play, mistake by Jen Beattie to let in Miedema and Jordan, and nice link up with Kim, and I think that's a big warning to Man City that, you know, Arsenal now are going to have the confidence, they're going to start shooting from a bit further with the likes of Jordan, Janssen, Kim Little. They've all got wonderful strikes from distance, so certainly Ellie's going to have to be aware now.
Well, she hit this sweetly, Laura.
Oh, it's a wonderful technique. She stayed over the bar, it moves. I think, you know, I don't think Ellie Roebuck would have got it if it would have been slightly lower. But yeah, that would have been a wonderful strike, wonderful goal to get this cup final going.
2 goals already this season. Won the FA Cup already with Arsenal. Dominic Janssen very nearly putting her team in front in the Continental Cup final.
Yeah, you could watch that all day, especially if it went in as a player. You could watch it all day. I think Ellie Roebuck will be thankful for a crossbar there.
18-year-old Manchester City goalkeeper. Understandably didn't see it. Next one back by Nikita Paris. And chased by Janssen. Jill Scott. Stanway. Now McManus. It's broken down to Jordan Nobbs. Testing with Christensen, her England teammate, as indeed Jill Scott is, but Knobs winning the battle.
Yeah, it's nice and tight in there in midfield. It's turnovers. There's not much time, so you've got to have a good touch. You've got to get it out your feet and know exactly what you're doing with the ball before it comes in. There's no time in there at all.
There's no secrets either. As I say, these two sets of players know each other inside out, don't they, from club and international level?
Yeah, they certainly do, and you know, most of these have been away with each other, just returning from the She Believes Cup, so I'm sure maybe they avoided talking about it, you know, leave club level at club level and concentrate on country, but you know, they all would have had half an eye on this cup final. It's great occasions.
Great strength again from Kim Little. Knobs. Now Beth Mead up against Demi Stokes, and round Demi Stokes, and still going Beth Mead. Almost from the 22-year-old.
I think Nikita Paris has been Man City's brightest spark so far. I think she's really tenacious and she drives forward down that right-hand side, and it allows Man She's scored free kicks before, and you know, why not? Why not? You have a positive attitude, get the first shot off on target. Unfortunately, it didn't there, but I can't blame her. And you just know, Steph's going to shoot. She practices. She practices after training. You know, I've seen her plenty of times, and you know, she's got that, and she's really confident in her ability. So I can't blame her.
The new England women's manager, Phil Neville, in attendance tonight. Stay with us on Facebook Live, because we will be talking to him at half-time in an extended interview as well. Keep your comments coming on Facebook. We'll ask Laura a couple of questions in a moment. First of all, Lisa Evans, the Scottish international, in her first season with Arsenal, from Bayern Munich, with the throw. Into Beth Mead. Jordan Knobs demanding it and receiving it. It's too strong for Miedema. Yeah, so Catherine Louise Parry says on Facebook, any ideas, Laura, where you want to play next?
No, I'm just taking some time out. I'm, assessing all my options. I think, when you get to the later stage of your career, you want to just make sure that next step, you're happy and you're fully content with it. So, sorry, there's no flash breaking news on Facebook Live tonight.
Well, Graham Webster, says, I'm a City fan. Will you please play for Manchester City?
I know. I think as I was walking in, the supporters club already tried to sign me up to get me a sticker. They were ready to have me part of their supporters crew, banging the drum and singing songs. So they've already signed me up.
That's a long night. Don't rule the singing out just yet.
Yeah, they have been quite quiet.
0-0 after 20 minutes at Adams Park. Christensen for Manchester City. Stanway. Christensen once more. 9 goals now, last 17 games. Izzy Christensen. Well, Manchester City, as we mentioned, Laura, have their captain back tonight after an injury absence. You've played alongside her, you've played against her. How important for club and country is Steph?
Yeah, she's vital. She's really, really important. And her and Jen Beattie have been playing together now for quite a while. They've got a great partnership. They complement each other really well. And playing alongside Steph, it's reassuring, it's calm. She's talking throughout. And that just makes your job so much easier. You know where the centre forward is, back shoulder in front of you, exactly who's got her. And she's clear, concise, and you always know she senses danger. She's going to be the right place, right time. And for the whole team to build on that, it's comforting, it's reassuring. And in moments when they're going to need Steph, like they needed the crossbar earlier, you know, she's going to be there, and with all her experience in these big games. So, you know, they'll be so happy that she's back for tonight's game.
Emma Mitchell sticking closely to Nikita Paris. It's a Manchester City throw. Their 3rd season from Everton now. Not often you see Jill Scott brushed aside.
I know, I think she was off balance, and she's been. I know she's been working hard in the gym, so she's always trying to bulk, and she's always, you know, trying to get stronger. But no, Jill, she's a hard player to play up against, and yeah, not many players push her offside. But I'll say she was off balance there. Be kind to her.
Here she is again, Jill Scott. Penalised. Won this cup twice with Manchester City. Scored in the FA Cup final when they beat Birmingham as well, comfortably. Nobbs. Don't forget as well that both these clubs have FA Cup quarter-final action this weekend. Manchester City face Sunderland. Charlton are Arsenal's opponents. The Women's FA Cup semi-final draw is on Monday the 19th of March. It's live on BBC 5 Live Breakfast at 7:45. The final on the 5th of May at Wembley Stadium, of course, for the 5:30 kickoff. If you want to get your tickets for the FA Cup final now, you can via www.thefa.com/tickets. Beattie. Certainly for Arsenal, so far so good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You know, just on that last pass, I think with Georgia Stanway playing on the left, she's going to come in field. That's her natural. She wants the ball to feet. She's right-footed, so she's going to come in field, which gives the licence for Demi to push on. But they're going to need better quality to Demi if Man City are going to get higher up the pitch.
One from Horton. She was looking for that one from the inside from Nikita Paris.
Exactly like that quality ball. They're going to need a weighted pass with a bit of backspin on. Holds up. It's hard for defenders, and that was a wonderful spot.
Williamson. At Arsenal since the age of 9. Trying to find Kim Little, who's in her second spell. What a touch that was. Huge boost for Arsenal to have Kim Little fit again, and it's a horrendous luck. She ended up being part of our broadcast team at the Euros instead of captaining Scotland.
Yeah, she's a wonderful player, Kim. Played against her many, many years, and you know she can turn a game in a moment. And you know, it's great to see her back. It's great to see her causing problems. And she got some minutes against Everton before the She Believes Cup. But after a long injury like that, it takes time to find your feet, find your first touch, find your passes, and connect with your teammates. But tonight, she certainly looks like she's impacted. She looks comfortable, confident on the ball. So I'm really pleased for her. She's certainly had great personality, and she's certainly an asset to have in the WSL.
It was the foul on Kim Little that has provided the opportunity potentially for Arsenal from this free kick, which Jordan Nobbs is going to deliver. All bar Georgia Stanway back to defend as far as Manchester City are concerned. Whipped in by Jordan Nobbs. Miedema was trying to get a touch. Back from Jordan Nobbs once more. Horton missed it. Demi Stokes didn't. Van der Donk. Up to Louise Quinn, the Republic of Ireland international. It's gone Arsenal's way. Back by Christensen, and the interception from Janssen. As you rightly say, though, there isn't a lot of time on the ball in those central areas. BT. Williamson. She played 4 years ago and they lost this final by a goal to nil to Manchester City. Evans. Stokes in the way. Unable to get hold of that.
Yeah, that's exactly what, you know, Man City rely a lot on this, whoever plays that 9, and in this case it's Nadia Nadim, to really hold the ball up secure so that they can get Izzy and Jill higher, they can connect with Keats out on the right. So they're going to need more from her, a bigger strength, holding the ball up better so they can get up the pitch and get some connecting passes.
Closest we've come to a goal, in case you're just joining us on Facebook Live. Dominic Janssen, the Dutch international, rattling the crossbar for Arsenal as they concede the free kick for the foul on Christensen.
Yeah, I think Izzy's got to the ball there first. She's helped it on, and I think Emma Mitchell's come in late. You know, fully deserved free kick to Man City there.
First yellow card at the final as well, and it goes to the Scottish international, Emma Mitchell. Who's won and lost this final with Arsenal before. Just has to be careful for the remaining hour of the 90.
Yeah, she does. And part of Emma Mitchell's game is that she's strong, tenacious, tough in the tackle. She's hard to play up against. So, you know, I'm sure from now till half-time she needs to be sensible. She needs to be you know, relaxed in her defending now and maybe just hold up Keats. But if I was Keats, you know, she needs to go out on 1v1.
Team towards Steph Horton, who did get her head to it. She was a danger in the air. She had Nadim coming in behind her.
Again, a nice ball from Izzy. Nice weight. You just got to seem to get in each other's way.
Offside flag is up against Beth Mead. Well, both clubs have made on free coach travel for their supporters, particularly those coming down from Manchester, which is a terrific gesture. Tickets gone out into the local community as well to see the showpiece final. It's hooked away by Demi Stokes. Janssen. Early from Williams. Chance for Jordan Knobs to turn. She was trying to thread it through to Miedema. It's been starved of any real service so far, like Nadim at the other end.
Yeah, that's right. Both number 9s are pretty in the same position, and then eventually, when it does eventually get up to them, it's either a lack of concentration or a poor touch.
That was a good touch from Jordan Knobs. Janssen lifted in towards Beth Mead. Might still come here to Miedema! And Arsenal have the breakthrough. And Miedema, with the first opportunity she's been given tonight, has taken it. And the Dutch international gives the Gunners the lead. Well, we just mentioned it. Well, that's the sign of a good striker, Laura.
Yeah, it certainly is. You just said she's been starved, but I think this is a wonderful. She's had time to pick out a cross, good numbers in the box. You know, and on this, I think it takes Demi Stokes, because of the header, doesn't really know her positioning. It's a wonderful first touch and nice and calm, and she's shown her quality already in this league. She just slots the ball through Ellie Roebuck's legs. And I think overall, you know, Arsenal have looked the more composed. They've settled into this final a lot better than Man City, to be honest.
Well, we saw her really rise to prominence in the Women's Euros in her native Holland, and of course they were victorious, 4 goals in 6 games in that tournament. The season before she joined Arsenal from Bayern, she was the top scorer in the Champions League as well, and she's got the first goal in her first final in England to give Arsenal the lead.
Yeah, that's it. You know, as 2 centre-backs, you'd be thinking, you know, we're on top, I'm owning her, I'm kind of getting the better of her, I'm comfortable, and then that's it. You just need a lack of concentration, or she's in the box and you just know she's going to be a threat.
She's only 21. She was switched on here.
What I like about this is just the cool calm. She's pushing Demi Stokes off, being strong, and she's got the audacity, the confidence, you know, whatever you want to call it, to just slot the ball nice and calmly through Ellie Roebuck's legs.
Well, Manchester City have shown time and time again their steel, their grit, their determination, their character. Needed again in this cup final. That was useful. Away by Evans, Christensen. Couldn't generate any power on that occasion.
No, you're right. I think with Man City's resilience, I watched them play Chelsea, and I think by their own standards, I think Nick Cushion, all the players, you know, by their own standards, they didn't perform well at all. But you can't write them up. At half-time, Chelsea were comfortable and ahead in the game, but somehow second half they managed to get themselves back into the game and earned a good draw.
And that's why they've been beaten only 4 times in their last 63 games in all competitions. Nikita Paris did not like that challenge from Dominic Janssen. Steph Horton coming to calm down her teammate. Well, the goal's livened things up.
Yeah, it certainly has, and I think Keats has got every right not to be happy. She's got the ball under control, she's laid it off, and it's a late challenge from Janssen there. But I think this is what gets the best out of Keats, knowing her. She's a fiery personality, she's so different on and off the pitch. But I think things like this gets the best out of her. But it is late, and you know, I wouldn't be happy with that challenge. It is, but the referee's dealt with it accordingly, and is the right decision.
So the second yellow of the final, both of them now Arsenal players. Christensen with the Manchester City free kick towards Steph Horton, beaten to it by Mitchell. Stanway. Oh, that was a risk from Jennifer Beattie. Kept Ellie Roebuck, the goalkeeper, on her toes. And it might come back at the Manchester City keeper now. Walsh with the interception. Janssen. Van der Donk. Good movement from Evans. Away by Beattie, her Scottish international teammate.
I think Lisa Evans and Beth Mead have linked up well down this right-hand side. They seem to be causing problems. They seem to be playing 1-2 around Georgia Stanway and really forcing Demi Stokes back. She's a really good 1v1 defender, and Demi's hard to beat, but you know, they're certainly stepping up to the challenge tonight.
Christensen's interception. Strong driving run from Izzy Christensen, the 26-year-old, assessing her options. Dean was the intended target. Cut out by Williamson. Two of the WSL's current top three in this final. Manchester City a point behind Chelsea at the moment. Arsenal in third. 7 points off top, but they do have a game in hand, the Gunners. As I said, they came in with real consistency. 7 unbeaten, 6 wins in that period as well. And they're in front here against the holders. That's a foul by Demi Stokes. Reminder, you can get in touch now, and indeed for an extended chat at half-time with Laura via the FAWSL Facebook. Just get more or less anything you like.
Be nice. I know my brother's watching in America, so I hope he doesn't ask any questions. I haven't heard from him for a while.
Oh, there you go. What's his name?
Daniel.
Daniel.
If he can't FaceTime me, then I don't want any questions tonight.
Daniel, we've named and shamed you. We'll be disappointed at half-time if we do not get a comment. He won't be. Jen Montemuro, his team a goal to the good. It's an Arsenal free kick. Jordan Nobbs is going to deliver it. Floated in, trying to find Kim Little. They practiced that one, didn't quite come off at the moment.
Yeah, it's a wonderful run by Kim Little there. But like you say, just the quality of the quality of the free kick weren't quite there. It would have worked if the ball was the right weight.
Stokes quickly closed down there by Beth Mead, and Arsenal regained possession. They've really been in Manchester City faces at times. It's whether they can keep it up at that tempo for 90 minutes, Laura, really.
Yeah, they keep looking for Beth Mead out on this right-hand side. Because Kimmy Little's playing on the left, it's more to feet, it's more link-up play, but Beth Mead's certainly a great outlet on this right-hand side.
Well, he came back almost with the She Believes Cup. Remember that interview coming up at half-time, and also remember that his first competitive game in the UK is against Wales. Tickets are on sale now for that qualifier in Southampton at St Mary's. It's Friday the 6th of April on the FA website. I'm expecting a big crowd that night. England-Wales, Phil Neville's first game in charge in the UK. Several players on show, including Keira Walsh, who's just committed that foul, are likely to be in the squad. So it's another Arsenal free kick, and I think we've seen a sign or two of Manchester City frustration since that goal.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think, you know, they keep turning over the ball, and it's frustration. They're not holding on, and the things aren't coming off for them as well. And, you know, Keira Walsh, I think that's clever play. I think also frustration, but sometimes you just need to give your team a breather and get some good shape behind the ball.
Steph Horton got a shot there from Beattie, hooked away by Christensen. Now Pax. Stanwell. Confident. Is it effective? Couldn't quite get it across. It was Van der Donk, the covering player.
Yeah, we're seeing, you know, glimpses now of Man City. Izzy Christiansen, the first counter-attack. That drive there, you know, with Keats, and they get support. It's just that final pass that they need to take care with, and they'll be in. They'll be in on the Arsenal goal there.
Manchester City, the WSL champions, the FA Cup holders, Continental Cup holders, still trailing. Nikita Paris isn't happy again. Amy Fern quickly diffusing the situation. Great deal on that. So Manchester City have the opportunity to try and make the set play count. In from Christensen. Arsenal throw. Beat it. One from Horton again. Lovely touch from Paris. Oh, she tried the second one as well.
Yeah, it was ambitious there from Keats, but like you say, it was a great touch. I'm not too sure she had many other options, but, you know, why not? They need to get a shot off. They need to make Van Veenendaal work. You know, she's not had a save to make yet. So, you know, Keats, I've seen her score some fantastic goals so far this season. And as a forward, you're always going to encourage that. But I think also that slightly frustration. You've seen earlier how many times, you know, she's been kicked. She's been, you know, she's having a tough game tonight. But it's certainly ambitious from there.
Final minute of normal time at the end of the first half in the Continental Cup final. Manchester City trying to draw level. Stanway. Watched all the way by Van Veenendaal.
We certainly know Georgia Stanway can hit a strike when she fancies it. That strike against Chelsea that we saw that led to her winning Player of the Month as well, with some good goals, good performances. So you certainly want to keep her on her left foot if you're defending her, because she can strike it. She's got wonderful technique for someone so young. She can get power, she can get swerve on it, and certainly very dangerous.
Here she is again, still only 19 years of age. Ran into Janssen, but it still came through to Scott. Nadim! Deflected, Manchester City corner.
It's so congested in there. Arsenal are doing so well. They're being stubborn, they're keeping their shape nice and compact, and it's difficult for City to get their shots off, to get any real good clean shot off. Credit to Arsenal, they're certainly defending in numbers.
So 1 minute of time to add on at the end of the first half. 1 goal separating 2 of the top 3 teams in the WSL in this Continental Cup final. Short to Nadim. Oh, Jordan Nobbs looked as though Rob Stanway was away there. Back in from Walsh. Steph Horton. Van der Donk in the way. And a foul by Horton. Beatty's header. Arsenal have the advantage at half-time in the Continental Cup final. And the holders have to try and come from behind that. Manchester City as they try and change the scoreline. An interesting change of personnel. Yeah, that is. You know, I was more expecting Claire Emsley or Mal Lawley on the wings to really drive Arsenal back, but Jane Ross is certainly a quality striker. She's got experience. She's got so many caps for Scotland. Unfortunately, we've not seen her so far, you know, as much in the WSL as we probably would have liked, or she would have liked. She's more coming off the bench now, but she'll be hoping to hold the ball up and make an impact. 6 goals for City this season. A lot of the City girls said how, you know, how diligent she is. She's an ultimate professional. She eats the right things. She's always training so hard, 100% commitment. So she'll definitely need to bring that tonight. Keep those questions coming via Facebook throughout the second half here for Laura Bassett. Daniel, you've still got it all to do. Maybe he's not watching. Maybe he's told me a little porcupine. Here come Arsenal again. There was a little kick at Beth Mead there, and the referee, Amy Fern, certainly saw it. Kira Walsh. So it's an Arsenal free kick. Yeah, I think Arsenal are spoilt for choice here. Who's going to step up and take it? We've already seen a strike from Janssen, Danielle van der Donk, Jordan Nobbs, Kim Little. Those last 2 seems to be walking away from the ball, but they'd all like their chances on this free kick, I'm sure. Abby Roebuck in the Manchester City goal, more than aware of that. Looks as though Dominic Janssen is going to assume responsibility. She's already crashed one against the crossbar in the first half. Here comes Janssen. It was dipping, but it wasn't quite dipping enough. No, that was a wonderful effort. I think maybe for Janssen to get, you know, to really hit her prime, I think she needs to be a bit further out, but it's a wonderful technique. She's gone for more accuracy and a bit of whip on the ball rather than power this time. Horton with the interception. What do you think Nick Cushing's message might have been at half-time, Laura? I think maybe, you know, I think that's exactly why he's changed the number 9, because they need to hold the ball up. They need to. They're great on the counter-attack, City are, but they can't only rely on that. They need to hold the ball up in higher areas to really allow time for players to join in, the likes of Jill, the likes of Izzy, Nikita, and Georgia Stanway. But they need to hold the ball up. Oh, if Jordan Nobbs had held it up there, Manchester City might have been in trouble. Beautifully found by Emma Mitchell. His 3rd Continental Cup final. He hasn't experienced losing one yet. He doesn't want to start tonight. Paris. Jane Ross. Patient from Manchester City, couldn't find a way through. Louise Quinn in the way. Evans and away by Van Veenendaal. Who, as you rightly say, Manchester City haven't stretched at all as yet.
I think shortly we'll be seeing another substitute from Nick Cushion. I really do. I think he's got the players on the bench to impact the game and stretch the game. So I don't think it'll be long either before we get another substitution.
City beat Bristol City in the quarterfinals, Chelsea in those semi-finals, Arsenal overcoming Sunderland in the last 8, and Reading 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. Jordan Nobbs with the winner. Arsenal in particular fought extremely hard through the group stage to get to this final, and they still have their noses in front at Adams Park. Van der Donk. Welsh. Well read by Williamson.
Yeah, it seems like City could also do with being a little bit more patient. Kira, Izzy, Jill playing together, playing through midfield rather than going straight into the forwards and missing that link out. They're really, City's midfield are so important for them, but they need to get on the ball to feet a little bit more often.
Good strength from Jane Ross. Steph Horton looking for that ball over the top again. Quinn in the way, it might still come to Ross. There she is again. Jane Ross, she's got Jill Scott in the centre. There is Jill Scott. Straight at Van Veenendaal.
That's a wonderful bit of pressure from Man City. Jane Ross with a wonderful cross. And Jill Scott, I think she'd like to have done better with that.
Demi Stokes came across there. Jordan Nobbs was looking for the free kick. Christensen, now Walsh. Kim Little's frustrated that the free kick has gone Manchester City's way. Horton back to Beattie. Positive from Stokes. This is Ross. Nice turn. Decent try.
I think Man City are definitely getting confidence from the last 2 attempts they've just had. Jill Scott's header. And this is a wonderful turn by Jane Ross. She's so lively in the box. She's such a natural striker. She knows where the goal is. And every half yard, she always wants to have a shot. She's certainly brightened things up when she's come on.
107 Scotland caps. Arsenal throw, which Jordan Nobbs wants to take quickly. And in the end leaves for Emma Mitchell. Comments to come on Facebook Live. We've had them now from the Netherlands, Nigeria, Cyprus, Zimbabwe, Azerbaijan, Estonia, Ecuador and Nepal.
Are you just reading off all the places you've been to on holiday?
All with business, Laura. Here's a quick one from Paul Wadey and Mark Hughes, presumably not the Premier League manager. Who's the best player you've ever played against?
Ooh,
Give you a second to think about that.
I think Kelly Smith's got to be up there, and I think Christine Sinclair. But then I was also like to add in Birgit Prinz before she retired, so she was certainly very difficult to mark. I think she was...
That was a decent try.
I think Birgit Prinz was twice as big as me, so that's probably why.
What about this effort?
It is. We saw a glimpse of this in the first half from Georgia Stanway. You can't let her come in on that right foot. And she's got, like I say, she's got wonderful technique.
Horton. Christensen. Just to give you the size of Arsenal's task here, 23 games they've played in all competitions, Manchester City, this season. They've won 20 of them, and they've only been beaten once. I must mention that for Laura, because that was Birmingham, their former club, by 2-0. But that's how good and consistent Manchester City have been.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal record. Their history speaks for themselves, their performances, and that's why they really have this great team spirit, a great resilience, because they've got that to fall back on. They're so confident. They believe in their ability. They know what it does works, and they know they need to draw upon every single player tonight, and they'll know that they'll need subs from the bench to get exactly what they want. But you can't underestimate them until right in the very last minute.
Beaten. Stanway. It's a challenge there from Janssen, who, in case you weren't with us in the first half, one of 2 Arsenal players on a yellow card. So when that kind of challenge is presented to her, she just has to maintain her cool and sensibility levels. Who would want to get sent off in a Continental Cup final?
I have no clue, but thanks for that, Steve. We were talking about it earlier, and you promised me you wouldn't bring it up.
I didn't mention anyone.
Guilty conscience here, guilty conscience.
In all seriousness, I was commentating on that final. We still don't know to this day why you were shown the red card. Here's Jordan Nobbs, Miedema, trying to find room for the shot. Nikita Paris. Well defended again from Louise Quinn. Van der Donk. It's gone Arsenal's way. I mentioned 4 Dutch girls in the Arsenal starting 11 tonight. They obviously won the tournament last year. They're a rising nation because they surprised a lot of people, didn't they? Yeah,
they really are. They've got some, wonderful players. They're playing all over Europe, and I think they certainly will. I think going forward they'll look to build on that. They've got a young manager who's certainly trying different things, and there's nothing better to breed confidence than having something to show for it, hold for it, and they can certainly draw on wonderful memories now in their host country, so there's no reason why they can't build and go and do it again.
And it is one of those Dutch internationals, Vivian Miedema, whose goal is the difference after 33 minutes at the moment in this Continental Cup final. Abby McManus with the throw. Space for Jordan Nobbs. Beth Mead to her right. And to left to Miedema instead. Shane Turn was trying to find Mead.
I think it's wonderful seeing Jordan Nobbs playing higher up the pitch. I think that she's got such energy, but she makes such good runs. And in terms of a defensive organisation, it's so hard to keep up with her, to keep, you know, notice where she's running and when she's running. But for Arsenal, she's always an outlet, and she really does make things happen. When Arsenal are looking for inspiration, Jordan Nobbs is there either with her running or what she does on the ball. So it's great she's had a little bit more freedom tonight.
Here's Nikita Paris from Manchester City, still trailing by a goal to nil. Here's Nobbs. Strong challenge, but a fair one from Beattie. Started every match in every competition for Manchester City this season. That's harmlessly through to Van Veenendaal. So I can ask on behalf of Leslie McConnell on Facebook Live, if you were a manager now, Laura, which international player would you bring to the WSL and why?
I think I'd bring Sam Kerr, having played against her. I think she's a phenomenal talent. She's still only young, but you know, she's certainly, with her pace, power, her movement's getting better and better each game. She's such a threat.
Talking of movement, Miedema was on the move there, trying to wriggle away from Steph Horton, who got back to make the block. As did Kira Walsh. Nervous moments for Manchester City, but they overcame them. It's a terrific recovery actually from Steph Horton.
Yeah, it really is. It's a wonderful tackle. I think Miedema's manipulated the ball from left to right. You know, Steph Horton's stood her ground, and you know, it's a wonderful tackle, wonderful block in the end. And they're going to, like I said earlier, they're going to need her in this moment so that they can stay in the game, so that they've still got a foothold in the game. Because if Arsenal go 2-0 up, it is a long way back for them.
Here's Stanway. Drilled out at pace, had it cleared by Mitchell. Jane Ross has been penalised.
I think this is the clear foul. I think Louise Quinn, she's got eyes on the ball, and Jane Ross has just tried to get underneath her and use her glutes, shall we say, to put her off balance.
Well, there's another Scot going to come on the pitch because, as you predicted, Manchester City are making another change. Claire Emsley, the 23-year-old, who they signed from Bristol City, who made a debut in September, is replacing Izzy Christensen, the match winner in this final 4 years ago.
She certainly is a bright talent, Claire Emsley. You know, she can play either wings, and she can take the ball left and right, but she's got such bundle of energy, and she's so dynamic. She wants to take you on all the time, 1v1 for her. She wants to face you up, and she's got a wonderful, if she comes inside, she knows where the goal is. She opens her body up and she finishes bottom corner. She's such a threat.
Stanway trying to find Jill Scott. Ross. That final pass just not quite happening for Manchester City at the moment.
Playing against Van der Donk, that's what she does all the time. She'll wait for you, she draws the foul. She's so clever at that, and playing against her, that's so frustrating, because you know, if you're Man City, you want to keep the ball in play, you want to keep winning the ball back and being aggressive, but Van der Donk, she's so clever in her play. She draws fouls and she'll just keep getting back up.
Horton in ahead of Miedema. Back from Mitchell. Cleared by McManus. Lovely control from Kim Little. She was then trying to feed Miedema. Substitute Claire Emsley. Continuing to not allow any time for Manchester City on the ball, Arsenal.
No, that's right. And Lisa Evans, I think, has played most of her career slightly higher up the pitch. I think this is a fairly new position for her at right back, but she's athletic. She's got all the attributes to make a great attacking fullback, and she's been doing really well tonight. But she's got a different test now. She's up against Claire Emsley.
Here is Emsley. Direct ball into the penalty area. Well watched by Louise Quinn. Emsley once more. Stokes. Comfortable for Williamson.
I think Man City have got to be brighter. They've got to come up with something different rather than crosses in the box. I think if you're Leah Williamson, if you're Louise Quinn, you want balls in the air. That's what they enjoy. That's their strength. That's what they're good at. So I think Man City are going to have to be a little bit more brighter, more confident on the ball, and manipulate the ball and really get the two centre-backs, keep the ball on the floor and get them on the back foot.
Ross. Crossing opportunity for Emsley. It's a good one as well. So was the header from Nikita Paris. Kept out by Van Veenendaal. Was straight at the Dutch goalkeeper. Encouragement for Manchester City.
Keats is always dangerous at the back post. She scored plenty of goals like that. Her timing's fabulous. And 9 times out of 10 she has a good contact on the ball.
McManus's cross blocked by Little. Manchester City corner.
Keats gets inside the fullback there, and she's so dangerous with her head. You wouldn't think so, but she's like a little pocket rocket. She's always on your shoulder, and she knows she scored a lot of goals with her head, which is surprising. But she's got very good technique.
Emsley's corner is a deep one. Beattie got her head to it, and Jill Scott had a swing. And Miedema will clear for Arsenal. And Manchester City just beginning to ask a question or two.
Yeah, they're starting to dial it up, to turn up the pressure, and they'll be getting confidence. Every little half chance that they get, Man City gain more and more confidence.
Arsenal throw. James Cullen on Facebook, keep your questions and comments coming. What advice, Laura, would you give my 8-year-old daughter who's now been playing football for 3 years?
Well, it's brilliant that she started playing at 5. It really is. Keep enjoying the game and keep playing in all different positions. I think too many times coaches put young players in positions, try and goal, try all over, like get comfortable on the ball in all areas of the pitch. That's what I'd say.
This is promising. Emsley's shot came off Quinn. She's had the positive impact you predicted.
Yeah, she certainly is. I think she's well known within the league. All players, all managers know her. She's such a threat, and from set pieces, she's about to take this corner. She's got wonderful delivery. She's such a bright talent. She's such a technical player.
It's a terrific corner as well. Almost came to Beattie. Horton. Stanwell. Paris had Stokes on the overlap. Can she get there? She can, and there's no Manchester City player in the position to convert. It's a corner.
This is a wonderful underlap from Demi Stokes. She should do this time and time again. Great way to pass, and it's just spun across the front of the goal, and good. That's all Emma Mitchell could do. She didn't really know who was around her, so best to go safety first.
Claire Emsley once again to deliver that corner. There's the free header off the line. Nikita Paris it was who had the header. It's come back to Emsley. Manchester City knocking on the Arsenal door. Well, the substitutions for Nick Cushing have certainly had a positive effect.
They really have. You know, Claire Emsley's getting ball in the box time and time again, and there was Nikita Paris with another fabulous header, free header, but it's on target. It's making Van Beerendaal do something.
McManus. Ross didn't really do much with that. Van der Dong. Mitchell's clearance. Hammered away by Janssen. Straight back at Arsenal at the moment. There goes Stokes. Walsh. Manchester City's best spell of the final.
Yeah, it really is. You can just, the speed of pass has heightened, and they're playing with a better tempo. They're more aggressive without the ball. It seems like it's like someone flicked a switch, and they've upped their game. There's pressure and pressure. At what point do Arsenal make a substitute? They've got some wonderful substitute. Heather O'Reilly, who's got fantastic experience. Here's Nikita's header now. It's a wonderful header. I think Jane Ross just got the last touch, and then it needed a goal line clearance.
Lisa Evans in the right place at the right time for Arsenal. That corner's gone behind. It's all happening. A little bit of cramp and Van Beerendaal is required. The goalkeeper. So on Facebook Live, Stephen Yates says, Laura, do you have any pre-match rituals, superstitions?
I never used to, but I think as I've got older, I always put my right shin pad and right boot on before my left. Maybe because I'm thinking, oh, please have a good game. My left's a bit inconsistent, so I need to rely on my right. And I normally take my wrist and just put some words on there just to keep me positive, bit of motivational, and just to keep me grounded if I need a moment just to refocus me in the game.
Interesting. Good question, Stephen, as well. Daniel from America still hasn't emerged, by the way. So we're inside the last 19 minutes and Arsenal still have their slender lead. And Arsenal are about to, or want to, introduce Danny Carter. A great position they're in. Player of her experience. Won this trophy 4 times. Quinn's back on for Arsenal. Scott pushes away from Janssen. It's a good pullback as well. Good defending from Beth Mead.
It's another ball that's fizzed straight across the box. Like you say, good defending from Beth Mead, but another opportunity for Man City to get a shot off.
So here comes Danny Carter. With 18 minutes to go, knows all about winning the Continental Cup. And it is tonight's only goal scorer, Vivian Miedema, the Dutch international who is going to make way.
You know, we can watch this finish every day. I think Ellie Roebuck does keep her feet slightly wide. I think, you know, for her to push up, maybe she should be a bit narrow. Maybe she's opened. That's a big space to put the ball through, but Miedema, she doesn't need a second chance. She's taken that, and, you know, she'll be pleased with her contribution tonight.
What about Danny Carter coming on?
Yeah, it's a wonderful substitute, and again, it's going to lift Arsenal. If you see Dan Carter coming off the bench, she's got a bundle of energy, she's scored, she's in fine form, and you know it gives your team a lift. And also, you know that if you're going to clear it, Danny Carter's going to be there chasing the ball. She's going to hold it up. She's going to be a nuisance up there.
Some thought for Joe Montemura. He's 16 or so minutes away from his first Arsenal trophy, but that will seem a long way away, the way Manchester City are playing at the moment. Plenty of football left in this final yet. Walsh. Beattie dispossessed. Kira Walsh mopping things up, and then fouled by Van der Donk.
It's a clever foul from Danielle Van der Donk. They know they'd overplayed it and that they were slightly out of shape. So it just gives them time to get back on shape and get compact again.
Mitchell with the Arsenal throw. Edging closer to a 44th major honour in the club's history. Vic Akers, of course, played such a huge part in a large majority of those. That infamous quadruple 11 years ago now. Alex Scott got the winner in the European final amongst the substitutes in her last season for Arsenal tonight. Comfortable for Van Veenendaal. Reminder, both of these clubs have FA Cup quarter-finals this weekend. The FA Cup final, the showpiece at Wembley, 5:30 kick-off on the 5th of May. fa.com/tickets if you'd like to get in early for the FA Cup final. But here in the Continental Cup final, still Arsenal leading. Nikita Paris for Manchester City. Long-range effort was cleanly struck again by Stanway. Straight out Van Veenendaal.
She's had 2 shots in the last 10 seconds, one with her left foot, and we've just seen there with her right foot. She keeps the head over board, it stays low. But I think because it's so far out, I think it's comfortable pick up in the end.
That's one back by Janssen. Here's Dan Carter. Jill Scott tracking back. Emsley. Manchester City throw. Heather Roberts via Facebook Live. Laura, what inspired you in the first place to play football?
I think obviously we've already mentioned my older brother Daniel. He's 4 years older than me, and my dad. My mum was a fixture secretary as well for our local club, Wilkinson Sports and Social. So I always used to go over the recreation ground, watch the guys. I used to put out the corner flags, the goals, the nets, and I just wanted to be like my dad and my brother. And my mum loved football, so I had no choice really. But they inspired me, and I loved every minute. So I've got a lot to thank them for.
Nikita Paris. 13 minutes for Manchester City to find a goal. That was a teasing delivery from Emsley again.
Yeah, they're getting pressure. They're getting good crosses in the box now. They just need someone who's going to be the difference. Who's going to grab this final by the scruff of the neck for Man City and put the ball in the back of the net to equalise. They need someone to step up. They need a bright light. You know, is that going to be Mal Lawley, who's probably their best attacker now that's left on the bench?
Long from Williams. won by Beattie. Lovely turn from Kim Little. Jill Scott trying to stay with her. Held off 2 in the end, Kim Little.
Yeah, she's done so well there. She's pushed the defence. She's made them defend honestly. And that's what she can do. She's so comfortable with the ball. And maybe I think Arsenal might introduce Heather O'Reilly at some point. She's got such vast experience, and 10 minutes, there's 10 minutes left, 12 minutes left of the game. It's a long time to see the game out, so they're going to need players with experience to step up. You know, I'm not saying time waste, but slow the game down, slow momentum, and really try and get control of the game, because that's what needed, because Man City will keep coming, they'll keep believing right until the very end.
Well, with everyone fit tonight, Arsenal have the luxury, if you like, of having a World Cup winner amongst their substitutes. Stokes. And indeed, Joe Montemuro is going to introduce Heather O'Reilly the next time the ball goes out of play. It's a foul on Janssen. Arsenal free kick. And there is the aforementioned World Cup winner. I had the pleasure of her company as a TV analyst at the Euros last year. Wasn't too bad at that either.
Heather O'Reilly is such a versatile player. She can play anywhere, you know, anywhere. Her attributes are so good. She's quick, she's dynamic, she's comfortable and reliable on the ball. So it'll be interesting to see where she does eventually end up when she comes on the pitch.
It was all the way through from Jordan Nobbs. And is she part of that USA generation that everyone in the women's game looks up to?
Yeah, she definitely was. She's been a mainstay in the national team, and kind of talking to players, she's of the ilk of, you know, a winning mentality, ruthless. You know, they will do whatever it takes to win, and it's brilliant that, you know, she's been playing with some of our English players to hopefully pass on training day in, day out with how she approaches training and how she really sees the football, and hopefully she will have passed some of that winning mentality on to some of our younger players.
Beth Mead makes way. She's got just the 231 USA caps, 3 Olympic golds, and the World Cup in 2015.
You can see straight away with her body language, you know, her presence. She's saying, "Come on, we can do this. We can hold on for this last 10 minutes. We can really believe in it." She'll be encouraging, because there'll be some tired legs out there, and also frailties. You know, mentally they'll be tired and they'll be looking at the clock. But she won't let them. You know, she won't let them die. She won't let them suffer.
No real surprise to see Mel Lawley come on for Manchester City. And she thought that might be the case. Yeah,
that's right. Mal, she's coming off a great She Believes tournament. She was certainly a bright spark, and she performed so well in the games there. So she would have liked to have get more minutes, I'm sure, tonight. But she still has time to impact this game and make a name for herself.
She began her career at Arsenal as well. Can she help Manchester City come back against her former club? She's replaced Jill Scott. Time is ticking away from Manchester City here. 8 minutes to go. But if you're that Arsenal bench, you cannot relax with this opposition.
That's right. There's still some chances for both teams, I believe. But Man City, you know, will Arsenal just be settled and try and stay nice and compact. But I definitely believe there's still some chances in this game left.
Here is Lawley. Van der Dunk on the floor. Walsh. All inside the full-back, which in the end Lisa Evans was alive to.
It's a wonderful ball from Kira Walsh. Instead of going to Claire Emsley's feet, she made Lisa Evans turn and face her own goal and force that corner. It's a wonderful ball.
Emsley's corner. It's a wicked one towards that near post. Nikita Parris beaten to it. Manchester City corner. And they find a way past Van Veenendaal in the Arsenal goal. In from Emsley. Again, Nikita Parris beaten to it. Back from Stokes. Chance for Claire Emsley to pull it back. Lawley. Breakdown in communication. Miedemar can only watch and see if her goal is enough to win the Continental Cup for Arsenal. Carter. Knew where Jordan Nobbs was and was trying to find her.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need Dan Carter to be doing, holding the ball up, allowing Jordan to get up the pitch with her. But again, it's just that final ball.
Stokes took it out of play. Well, he's looking for something special from one of his special players.
Yeah, and he's got to keep believing. You know, I think they will not want to lose this game because of their record, because of their history, and they certainly won't want to lose it because it's a cup final. It's their name on the cup, and they don't do losing. You know, Man City's not part of their remit. It's not, they don't deal with it. It's not what they know. So that they're going to keep fighting till the very end and keep believing that they've got 1-2 more chances and keep pushing back.
Forward from Hort. Should out of play. Safety by Janssen. A reminder of Manchester City's last game. One that Laura alluded to. 2-0 down to Chelsea at home. Back they came and Georgia Stanway scored in this 86th minute to make it 2-2. Here's Ross. Emsley. Two finals. Continental Cup, 2 victories for Nick Cushing and Manchester City. The first against Arsenal, their first piece of silverware was significant, but they need a goal in these remaining 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Katie McCabe is getting ready for Arsenal as well, and the Republic of Ireland international, as they try and see this through. Carter. Can't sit down and relax just yet. Team Montemuro. Here comes Katie McCabe. It's Kim Little. She thought she was coming off. She's been told to get back for this free kick. Not bringing McCabe on yet. And that would be a Manchester City goal kick. So Katie McCabe, 22-year-old, can come on. Just off of those fresh legs. Kim Little, who we mentioned, only second game back after that second serious knee operation. Fantastic effort.
Yeah, I think, you know, Kim Little, she's been wonderful tonight. You know, to come in such an important game for the club, she's shown, you know, class, composure, the real difference, and certainly when Arsenal have been on top, everything's gone through Kim Little.
So Katie McCabe, who did interest Manchester City before she came from Ireland to join Arsenal, on for the last minute of the 90. Carter with the block. And that was a clash of heads. Jane Ross, I think, has come off worse. Louise Quinn.
Yeah, I think that was a free kick. Louise Quinn's only got eyes on the ball. She's concentrating. So pushing the back, she's not sure of it. I think they'll both be okay, thankfully.
Day in the life of a centre half, that.
Yeah, that's right.
4 minutes of stoppage time. That's all that separates Arsenal from a Continental Cup final victory, and only a 5th defeat in 64 games in all competitions for Manchester City. The Gunners know they're almost there. The very first winners of the Continental Cup. Horton's header. Manchester City need to get this forward. Beatty. O'Reilly with the defending. Out of play by Van der Dong. Horton. With Lawley, trying to wriggle away from Mitchell, in from McManus, and now Carter can relieve the pressure for Arsenal, and maybe even more. Well, it's a very important challenge from Steph Horton, and it's an excellent ball as well. There's 3 in the penalty area here. Nikita Paris with the pullback. Emsley kept it alive. Cleared by O'Reilly. Georgia Stanway. Excellent challenge from Van der Dong. Back in from McManus. Beatty's gone up there now to try and help out, and gathered by Van Veenendaal.
Yeah, City is certainly putting crosses in the box, testing Arsenal. They're throwing everything at it. Quality, like you say, Jen Beatty stayed up there. She's staying up there now. They're just going to try and get balls into the box and cause havoc. Get on the first ball, get on the second ball, and try and get a shot off.
It looks calm from the outside. Jay Montemura, who only arrived at Arsenal in November. He's just over a minute away from his first trophy as Arsenal boss. Here goes Lawley. That's a goal kick.
Danielle van der Donk has been excellent these last 10 minutes. She's really stepped up. She's helping out. She's going and helping out her full-backs, doubling up, and that was wonderful play. Mal Lawley had a great touch, and she knows she's so dangerous, and it's so important for Danielle van der Donk. She's not really known for her defensive duties, but to come over there, help her teammates out when needed, it's a credit to her and shows how much she really wants to win this game.
Forward from Roebuck. Final few seconds now. Jordan Nobbs. O'Reilly. Annie Carter is offside. Might not be time for Manchester City's free kick. He's questioning the seconds left with the fourth official, Sarah Garrett. This has to go forward for Manchester City. Van der Donk in the way. Hooked away by Nobbs. The referee's had one look at her watch. And still they play. This is it. Last chance saloon. Emsley. Fantastic challenge from Williamson. And there it is. The name has changed on the Continental Cup, but it's a familiar one. It is Arsenal, who are the champions of 2018. Joe Montemuro has only been in charge